How are you guys doing today? It's great. It's great to meet both of you. I've been a huge fan of both of your work for such a long time now. So this is really, a privilege to be able to speak with you both.
Oh,
Thank
cool.
you.
No, thank you. Thank you for talking to us.
Of course. I wanted to start with Steve. You've been somebody that really ignited my passion for film and acting in general, just watching everything from Parting Glances to Living in Oblivion to Trees Lounge. And I wanted to ask you, you have such a variety of roles and genres throughout your career. What was it about Miracle Workers that first stood out to you as a project that you really wanted to be a part of and to keep coming back to season after season?
Well, I love doing comedy. It's something that I've just, I sort of grew up on TV and sitcoms and, old movies, like Laurel and Hardy or Abbott and Costello and, Three Stooges, So I think growing up, any fantasy that I had of being an actor was to be in a comedy. And it surprises me that I, then did independent film and I've played bad guys and I've, done all sorts of other stuff. But comedy is the thing that I really dreamed about. And so to be on a show like this where the writing is so good, and that we get to play different characters each season, yeah, it's like a dream job. So that's what drew me in initially. Knowing that I didn't know the other actors going in, but of course I knew Dan, and we spoke, and it just seemed like, oh, this could be really fun, and
Yeah.
it has been. Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel, for you, I'm 30 years old, so I'm obviously part of this generation that grew up watching you grow up on screen as well through Potter. And it's been so exciting to see how your career has developed since that franchise ended and how you've taken on, these kind of off the beaten path roles. I don't think anybody watching Goblet of Fire would have imagined that 10 years later you'd be playing a farting corpse in like this existential A24 movie, right?
Yeah.
And I'm curious for you, is that a big part of the appeal of Miracle Workers, is the fact that it resets each season and you get to play these unique, distinct characters each time a new season starts?
100%. I mean, obviously, like having like, I think some amazing. For a long time, I have been observing how like some of the best, funniest stuff in the world is on American TV and like American comedy. And so I wanted to do that for a long time, but the thing that always held me back from getting involved with any sort of TV in America was the length of time potentially playing one character. And so when this came up and it was going to be an anthology and would reset every year, but with just the sort of same group of actors and well, not the same writers, like threads that link the writing rooms each year at least. And that was just like, yeah, that's, as Steve said, a sort of dream opportunity to just like keep changing, but also get to keep staying the same. It was great.
Could you tell us a little bit about your role this season in Oregon Trail and how, what were the qualities of that character that really stood out to you as parts that you were excited to play for the role?
Yeah, I mean, he's my character this year. Ezekiel is a small town preacher who has emigrated to America at some point from Britain, and is like become the most ardent patriot and just loves America and the ideas of America so much. And he's both his faith in God and his sort of faith in the idea of America is sort of tested by the realities of the Oregon Trail and by Benny, who has seen a lot more of America than Zeke has.
Yeah, something that I love about the series in general is that it takes kind of these traditional like archetype roles and really like twist them on their head a little bit. Steve, you started off by playing God in the first season as this kind of laid back man-child slacker. And then in the second season, you played a shit shoveler who really loves his job and just, enjoys his life. What was it about Benny the teen here, who is this infamous outlaw, but what were kind of the qualities here with him that were a little bit more subversive and not the same kind of character that we're used to seeing?
Well, yeah, like last season playing Eddie Shit Shoveler, a guy who just was so simple, loved everything about his life, didn't question anything, never questioned authority, and now to play a character who is, I don't know if he's completely amoral, but he's pretty close to it. He's he's really out. He's out for himself, and he's okay with it. And it's not like uh, he's still friendly. He still likes people. He still likes to mix it up with people and tell stories and joke around. But yeah, he's pretty selfish, and I like seeing how he sort of gets turned around little by little during the season. Yeah, and like Dan said, it's so wonderful to play different parts and to have your fellow actors. Uh, last season, John Hamm and Geraldine played my kids. This year, they're playing a married couple. So stuff like that is just really fun.
Yeah, thinking about that idea of kind of resetting and moving into different roles, different worlds each season, I wanted to do a fun little exercise with the two of you and ask you both if you could step into one of the films that the other actor has been in and play the role that they played in that, what would that film be and why would you want to do that one? And we could start, Daniel, you seem like you're really thinking, so maybe we could start and ask you if you could do any of Steve's films, what would it be?
I mean, I feel like there's maybe like I really enjoyed Steve as you like I don't know if it was named, but like the in Barton Fink, the like the bellhop guy. I feel like I could that came to mind immediately as just like maybe it's just the outfit that I was like I could inhabit that. I don't yeah. It seems very presumptuous to say like oh, I would be in this film and play this part that Steve played.
Um, right now, I'm just obsessing on the fact that I think I called John Bass John Hamm.
You did?
It's okay. We moved past it very smoothly.
Both of you didn't say anything. Thanks.
I was like, it'll be fine.
You want to be polite. I'll edit it in. It'll go, you'll say John, and then over it'll just say Bass.
That's what he gets for not being it.
I haven't seen this movie, but I've just learned that Daniel played a farting corpse in the film.
Yeah.
So, I mean, come on.
Genuinely, yeah, you would love that film. It's a really great film. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie. As somebody who likes comedy, it's a very good movie. Definitely check it out right when this is over. Just go right into it.
What's the name of it?
Swiss Army Man.
That's Swiss Army Man. Okay,
yeah, that's with me and Paul Dano. Yeah, it's very good.
Okay. It is very good. I've got to wrap in just a moment here, but I would love to end just kind of by asking, the season starts with Daniel, you having this line that is kind of a winking reference to the fact of COVID and the fact that you're shooting, in this pandemic world. And I was curious, stepping back onto this set, what was kind of the vibe like for everybody who's coming back to work to be creative again and work again after months of the industry being shut down?
I mean, it was a bunch of people who were ready to work again. It was we were all very conscious of the conditions we were shooting in. Thankfully, we were outside for 90% of the show, pretty much. And so yeah, it was a bit weird with masks and stuff and just getting used to all the different protocols on set, but very quickly all of that was surpassed by how happy we were all to be back on set. And actually a lot of us were describing this season towards the end of like one of our favorite seasons of the show to make so far. And given that what was going on in the world at the time, it says a lot about how much we loved it that we were still saying that, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to see, it coming back. I can't wait to watch more of it. I've loved what I've seen so far, and I've got to wrap, but I just want to say again, it's been such a pleasure to speak with both of you. I've been such a fan for such a long time. So thanks so much for taking your time for me today.
No worries. Thanks so much, Mitchell. Thanks. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.